Hello again. Welcome back to Flint Hills Briar. I'm Gareth. It's again been a little while since my last video, so I figured I should hop on because I got a chance to do a quick video. We're out here in north central Kansas. Cold front or something went through yesterday. It was at least close to 90 yesterday. And now this morning, it's Sunday morning, it's only like 59 degrees, so this is more my kind of weather. Sorry, this is more my kind of weather. It's raining. I'm sitting on the front porch. I think it's supposed to rain for the most part about all day. So I'm having some, what is probably my favorite, sit on the front porch in the rain blend. Uh, Seattle Pipe Club's Seattle Evening. And I'm having some uh, Starbucks French roast brewed coffee. I basically never buy stuff in Starbucks coffee shops, but I do buy their, whole bean or ground coffee when it's on sale, or I can eat it at Sam's Club, something like that, because it is good stuff. And I'm smoking in my Savinelli 310. I wanted to give an update on my dad's situation. The last time I had seen him, before I did that last video, was when he was in the hospital. And yesterday, not yesterday, last week, last Sunday, Alicia and I went to my brother's house in Manhattan, where my parents live, and we had a little family lunch get together. And I'm very happy to report that my dad was seemingly worlds better than the shape he was in when he was in the hospital. He's basically back to, I guess, what you'd call his new normal, which I didn't really, he's up and walking around just fine, and I didn't really, and speaking fine, and he really didn't seem out of the ordinary for the most part at all. So that's good, and it's a big relief. I mean, I was hoping that he would get back to that status situation, whatever you want to call it. But he seems to be there now, so I'm very happy and grateful for that. I'm very happy and grateful for all of the prayers and the well wishes from everybody. I really appreciate that. That I'm sure that they've helped, and they mean a lot. He did go to a neurologist appointment, and between the few neurologists he had seen in Kansas City, the two or so of them, I think they are pretty sure that he does have Parkinson's disease, as opposed to the Parkinsonism or something. It's very, very similar sounding, but apparently they're not the same thing. But I guess he has more of the classic Parkinson's disease, which apparently is being handled treated better now with medication than it was. I kind of sound like his primary care doctor inadvertently put him on a little bit too high of a dose on that stuff in an effort to rein in some of the symptoms, and apparently that medication does not work that way. So I don't know if that's what led him to get to where he can talk very well and all that. But anyway, Dad's doing much better. So I'm happy to be able to report that. Alicia, my wife, not that she was in bad shape, last time I did the video, but, she was still recovering somewhat from the whole hysterectomy thing. And she's, I think physically she's mostly, I'm sure there's healing going on, all that stuff internally, but I think she's much further along in the physical recovery with that. And she was like a month and 2 months ago. And it doesn't seem like the mental and emotional part of that's been weighing on her quite as heavily. So that's good. I think if anything, that may have been harder than the physical stuff on her. So those are my little updates with that. Happy news is going into a short work week this week. I'm only working 4 days because Thursday night we're heading off and heading east. And heading to North Carolina. Keep this stuff burning. I don't know if I've shared this before, but I have found some of the Seattle Pipe Club blends that come in those Sutliff stupid aluminum lined cardboard tins. Sometimes when I open them, they seem a little overly dry. So this Seattle evening, when I opened it, and put it in a mason jar, I threw a little Bovita pack in there to kind of add some moisture back to it. Which I'm glad I did. I don't think it's overly moist now, despite the fact that it doesn't seem like I can keep it going right now. But yeah, we're heading out to North Carolina, and Alicia and her niece are going to hang out with one of Alicia's good friends. It was like one of her bridesmaids in our wedding, who actually used to be one of her teachers once upon a time. But on the way there, they're going to drop me off. Just going to drop me off on Interstate 40, where the Appalachian Trail crosses the interstate. And then they're going to pick me up 3 days later. So I'm planning on hiking about 33 miles of the trail. The section just north of the Smokies and the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. It's looking like the weather will be pretty nice. I think highs will be like in the 60s or so during the day, and lows in the 50s, I think. There are going to be seemingly good chances for rain most of the time I'm out, but from what I understand, that's kind of the way the Appalachian Trail often is. Maybe not in the fall, but in the spring when a lot of people are hiking it. So it should help give me that authentic AT experience, I guess. I decided after a lot of thinking about it, I think I'm going to take a couple of pipes with me and just a couple tobaccos, like some Bob's Chocolate Flake and some Sir Walter Raleigh. I guess I figured Sir Walter Raleigh in North Carolina would be fitting. The trail, part of the time I'll be in Tennessee, part of the time I'll be in North Carolina. The first night, there's like about from where the interstate and the trail intersect, You go about a mile, and there's not too far up the trail, there's a hostel there, which I've heard mentioned numerous times over the years. I think I'll stay there and then start out bright and, well, dark and early, probably the next morning, and head up the trail. I've heard mixed things about the hostel. Some people really love it. Some people don't like it. Say it's kind of ramshackle and dirty and has too many people that like to use weird substances that stay there, that sort of thing. But I won't be there during the bubble season, when most people that hike hike the whole thing. Most people that through hike the Appalachian Trail start in the early spring or even late winter and head north from Georgia to Maine. So there's this kind of bubble of a large number of hikers that are moving along the trail north each year. And I'm assuming that most of the, bunch of druggies being around this place, that I'm assuming most of those stories probably are closer to when the hiker bubble's going through there. And that won't be a problem. That aspect of it won't be going on. I am wondering if I may see some southbound hikers that start up in Maine, headed to Georgia. Some of them might be coming through that area of the trail this time of year. But I'm really looking forward to the experience. I've heard a lot about the Appalachian Trail over the years, and read books about people hiking it and all sorts of stuff. And I've done a little teeny bit of hiking out east before, up in Maryland. Wasn't even on a trail there. And a little bit of hiking around Birmingham, Alabama, which is kind of it's about where the Appalachians kind of start. Back in my Franciscan community discernment days, when I lived down there for about 6 months, and when I went and visited for a few months other times. Almost always when I'm going on some trip, I or my wife and I were pretty much always headed west to Colorado, or like last year, just like this time, just a year ago, we drove out to Las Vegas and Santa Monica and back to New Mexico. So yeah, never headed out west together. It's been a long time since I've been out out east. Last time I was out anywhere to the east was like 12 years ago, I think. I went down to Birmingham for a little visit. Birmingham, Alabama. Been in Tennessee before. I've never been in North Carolina. I've been by it. I've been to Virginia and Maryland, so take another state off the states I've visited. But anyway, that's what's going on. I will have to try to record at least a little video or something out on the trail to share when I'm having a pipe, or maybe, whenever I get a chance. Maybe I won't have a pipe, but I'll try to remember to do that. But I'll draw this to a close. I don't need to keep rambling on about stuff, so Yeah, I'm still around, of course. Thanks for joining me. I'm Flint Hills Briar. See you next time.